Good morning, bunnies. It's me, Christy, or Miss Bikini Buns. It is July 29th, 2025, 4:47 a.m. in the morning in Hawaii. I am a teacher. I'm 52 years old. I'm 5 feet 2 inches tall, and currently, as of this morning, because I weigh myself every morning, 206.5 pounds. So I'm hoping that my weight is decreasing or reducing. So while I am getting ready for work, I decided why not spend that time shooting for my vlog. So I am gonna get my regular everyday water ready. This is a cup I found on Amazon. I love Hello Kitty, also Snoopy too, but this is my Hello Kitty era. So I am liking my Hello Kitty. So I'm filling up my water bottle for the day with the Safeway Signature Select Strawberry Creme Carbonated Water. Today we have our opening of the school year. Oh, this is like ASMR. Opening of the school year meeting. This is where, like I said yesterday, the principal and the vice principal kind of talks to the staff about their about the vision of the department, and which trickles down to the vision of the school, and how they we're all going toward the goal. So that is what's happening this morning, and then later on, when that is over, we get time to work in our classrooms to prepare for the students next Monday. So I am pouring in my cup for my regular drink that I have in the morning, with another bottle of strawberry creme Safeway Select carbonated water. You can find it at your own Safeway. I like this one better than than what you find at Costco. I forget the brand, but the colored water, because at least this one is clear and it potentially won't stain your your cup straw or something. I don't like when it starts staining things because you can never get it out. So I'm going to put my fiber in from Revive. I wish I was sponsored by them, but I am not. But I think it has been doing its job, because every day, almost like clockwork, around the same time of day, I have a BM. This is a collagen chocolate flavor, also from Revive. And finally, from Legion, the greens, which gets a little messy because it has like fine powder. See? And then that goes in there. So, everything I do, I learn something from it. So, starting YouTube, I'm starting to learn how to make thumbnails, how to do camera work and stuff. I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing half the time, all the time, as you can see by the quality of my videos. But you know what? It's a learning process. And I've discovered that, as we do things in life, well, for me, I actually can use it later on. It also comes in handy later on in my life. Like, say, for example, when I was going to school in Oregon, I mean, I always liked the hula. I always liked to watch Tahitian dancing, Maori, all that. But then, because of life circumstances, I wasn't able to grow up in that kind of environment where I can learn how to hula, and I can learn how to dance Tahitian or do poi balls. But because, back then it was different. I mean, we had some people, yes, you went to Halau, which is hula school, but it wasn't as not meaningful. It wasn't as accessible or accepted as it is now. I mean, the children nowadays, they're so lucky because they have access to all this stuff. Well, anyway, I digress. So I went to college in Oregon, and they have like a luau that the students put on every year. So for that, I learned all kinds of things. I mean, I was still, very, because I knew that I wasn't learning the traditional way. I took pains to like learn extra to make sure I was doing things how you were supposed to do it, just not throw it out there. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, from the hula experience and the Tahitian experience and the poi ball experience I learned in college, which I did not go there for, that was just a secondary skills that I learned. It trickles down to today, where I use what I learned and what I do to teach my students once in a while, if schedule permits, those skills that I've learned. Like recently, in the past May Day, I taught my class how to do a song with poi balls, and I thought they did very well, considering they only learned for maybe 3 months. I think they did really well. We could have learned it longer. We could have practiced longer, but it is what it is, with testing and everything. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, no matter what you do, you can take those skills and put it to use somewhere else, because I've learned that over the years, and it comes in handy. Like I have a teachers pay teachers store, and I had to learn how to create the activity sheets and all those kinds of things on PowerPoint. And then I had to learn along the way, but knowing the skills on how to do that also trickled down to actually utilizing it in my work. Creating those things, posters, and all those kinds of things you need for a classroom. I learned all those skills, and I took it to use it for other things in my life. So whatever you do, just follow it, because you never know when you're going to use it again. So that's what I'm trying to say. So today on the agenda, go to work, and then after work, go to the gym, and then after the gym, come home. So right now, it's just going to be that kind of schedule. Wow. I mean, the summer just flew by so quickly. I remember at the beginning of June, I was like, oh, I don't want summer to end. And I still don't want summer to end. But I didn't think 2 months would fly by so quickly. And I don't know, kind of excited, kind of anxious, but we'll get through it, right? So I'm going to finish my my drink and take my pills. And I will check in with you later. Thank you for sticking around, and see you later. Hi, bunnies. It's Christy. I just wanted to check in because I am here at work. Got here about 15 minutes ago. Dropped my stuff off at the meeting place so I can save my seat. And as I was walking around campus, signing in at the office and stuff, I couldn't help remembering about a year ago when it was the first day of school and how different my life was. Like, I don't know if you know, but I was hospitalized a few days before we had to come back from spring break. And I stayed in the hospital for 2.5 weeks. And I was in the hospital because I had sciatica on my right side, which my right side is still having the effects because my right foot is what they call drop foot. And so I'm slowly trying to regain control of that. So even though you might see me walking around and, you know, exercising and stuff, if you tell me to do certain things with my foot, like flex my foot, my toes like a cat, and I cannot do it. My foot will just stay there. Maybe I'll show you what it looks like one day. But anyway, as I was walking around campus, I was like, wow, what a difference a year makes. Because I was still walking very slowly, just trying to get from point A to point B, and from point B to point C, all without falling on my butt, all without crying, because you know, I was still kind of in pain, hoping that my whatever medication I was on at the time would hold up until I got home, but still trying to remain pleasant, because you know, you're in your professional environment. But yeah, I was kind of getting teary-eyed, because it was like, it's so different from how I am now, where I'm just walking quickly from one place to another, and you know, I can go up the stairs without holding on to the handle, you know, the bar. So I was like, wow, look at me go up the stairs, you know, without holding on to the handle, and doing that step together action. If you have trouble with your knees or have leg problems, you know what I'm talking about. That step together, especially when you go down the stairs, it's step together. Now I can go up the stairs and it's like step. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that. But what a big difference. Honestly, I feel better, obviously, because I was trying to get over my ailment, but it's such a big difference this year. And for me, I didn't make my change until October 7th, 2025, when I decided that I wanted to become stronger, because I am tired of being sick. I don't want to be known as someone who's sick. I don't want to be frail. I don't want to be, oh, that's a lady who's fat and she can't move well. Well, she must not move well because she's fat, and look at her just move so slowly. I mean, sorry, but I'm too young and that's not in me to be like that. And if you're offended by the word fat, well, I'm sorry, but that's the only adjective I know to describe myself. So if you have other adjectives that are positive, not just cutting me down, remember, constructive criticism, but that's the word I use. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to just check in, and I was kind of getting teary-eyed and thinking of the big difference between last year and this year, and how I started the school year, where I was just struggling just to make it through the day, and just couldn't stand up. Was just like, just let me find a chair, sit down, and just don't move me until I have to like really move to another location. So, but now things are totally different, and it's different in a positive way. And wow, so I'll check in with you later. I just wanted to stop and say, and just share with you this profound moment that I had. So I will see you later. Checking in with you later. Bye. Hi bunnies, it's Christy. It is 95 degrees at 2:11 in the afternoon. I'm on my way to the gym. I just finished work. I'm leaving early because I come early to work. So I changed into my gym clothes and I'm ready to go to the gym. Still at the school on the side where I park. Today is glutes and hamstrings, and then my cardio elliptical 45 minutes with HIIT. So I will check in with you later after my workout is done. See you later. Hi bunny friends. Well, that was a very short gym session. Prior to coming here, there was a tsunami watch. And then when I was doing my hip thrust exercises, now it turned into a warning. So I'm hoping that it's nothing, but I just stopped because I have dogs at home that need attention. So hold on. Whew. So I'm leaving now.
As you change your own
Hold
mindset
on, sorry.
and find what works for you.
So I'm leaving now because better to be safe than sorry, because I live near the coast or the beach, and you never know. I don't want to get stuck where I'm at, and I don't want my little ones to be stuck where they're at without any help. So I will just regroup. I will have my rest day that was originally scheduled for Wednesday to be today, and then I'll do whatever I was supposed to do today tomorrow. So that is the plan. I will keep you informed of what happened. I hope it's nothing. I hope we don't have to evacuate, because that will be a real pain in the butt. So, oh my goodness. So yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry. Sorry for the air conditioner noise. It is 90 degrees right now, and I am just sweating up a storm. So, oh boy, I really hope it's nothing. I mean, we've had tsunami warnings, watches in the past, but they've all been like, oh, it's okay, it didn't really reach here, but you never know. You never know, because back I think in the 40s in Hilo, there was a big tsunami that took away lives. So, like I said, better to be safe than sorry. I would have just left it if it was stuck at a tsunami watch, but then it turned to warning, and I'm like, you know what? I just gotta go. So that's where I'm headed now. Oh, what a day. I was actually looking forward to today's workout too. Can you imagine? But it's okay. That's why it's good to be flexible. That's why I have, usually my rest days are on Wednesdays, because Wednesdays where I work is the teacher short day, so the students are done about an hour before school is normally done, so that gives the teachers time to plan and have meetings, etc. And then usually, you know, I leave at a later time than normal, and then that kind of messes up my gym schedule, because I arrive to the gym a little later than I'm used to, and then there's more cars in the parking lot, and blah 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 blah. So I decided I'm gonna make Wednesdays my rest day, and then I'll just work on the other, you know, because Saturdays, Sundays are pretty much open. So why have your rest days on a Saturday and Sunday, unless, you know, you have something to do that can't be done, right? Anyway, so I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of hopeful that I don't want a tsunami. I don't want to evacuate. Oh my goodness. It'll be okay. Everything's okay. But better to be safe than sorry and just leave. So I know I'm rambling because I'm nervous and kind of scared, but everything will be fine. I will check in with you later to tell you the outcome. See you later. Bye-bye. So here I am in the car. We just evacuated where I live. Got the dogs in the back. We're heading up to higher ground. It's supposed to cut, the tsunami wave is supposed to hit the islands in about 2 hours. So we had time to prepare. So I just wanted to let you know what is going on, and I'll check in with you later. Bye. So here I am. It is now 7:14, waiting for the first wave to hit. It's supposed to be an estimated time, 7:17, and we're just waiting here. We're in the middle of the island. Dogs are a little bit nervous. I got one hitting, can you see? Hitting me with his tail. So we're just waiting. Hopefully I can return back home and sleep in my bed tonight. If not, I guess I might have to sleep in the car. Yoo-hoo. Miko's over here in his little backpack. Oh, Charlie's over there huffing and puffing away like a freight train. So I'm gonna check in with you later because I need to check on the news. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. I'm home. It is 9:30 p.m. I'm home. We decided just to come home. The tsunami was not as bad as predicted, which was good because that means everyone is safe. And as you can see by my hair, it has a high humidity outside because it's very wangos. So I just wanted to say goodbye and good night, home safe, and wow, what a end of the day, right? Tsunami threat and so see you later. Bye.